Hey, what's up? This is A12, and this week we're taking on Robert, and as you can see, he has a very scary team with the Annihilate, Zapdos, and Whimsicott. He didn't bring too many surprises. Like, I generally expected the Whimsicott to come in this matchup. So, in terms of who to lead here, I am actually going to lead with my Screamtail, which is running the Choice Specs, as Choice Specs Screamtail really does a huge amount to his team. If you look at his team, he has Cyclizar, which is weak to Fairy, Whimsicott weak to Fire, Zapdos weak to Ice, Treads weak to Fire, and so on and so forth. It's a little unfortunate that his Annihilate is going to be the Terra, I believe it's Terra Electric. So, as long as he doesn't lead Annihilate, my Screamtail lead looks really good here. I don't see a situation where he would lead the Annihilate, because I don't think that makes a lot of sense for him, as I'm pretty sure that he's going to use that as his win condition with Bulk Up set. Unfortunately, since I guessed his Terra wrong on the Annihilate, that's going to be a little bit of an issue, just because if it starts getting Bulk Ups off, that can be very scary. Okay, so he goes Whimsicott, fair enough. And I'm just going to fire off my big Fire Blast here, as it's going to do a large chunk to this. Should he stay in? Should he switch out? Fine. I imagine his switch in will probably be the Treads, which will also take a very large amount from my Fire Blast. So he goes U-turn, revealing he has some speed investment in his Whimsicott. He's probably speed crept for something, probably my Screamtail. If he goes Treads here, he's going to lose it to the Fire Blast. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I think that's his most likely play, as I feel like my Stealth Rock seems like the obvious plan. I think it goes Tread, so it's about to go down to his Fire Blast. And he reveals he is Quark Drive set. Okay. So since he's Quark Drive speed, as long as I hit, he is going to go down. And I don't hit, so that is unfortunate. Okay, so I'm going to fire off the Fire Blast again. Iron Head isn't going to be able to take me out, but it's really unfortunate my Screamtail is about to take this chip for absolutely no reason at all. No, okay, so I just lose my Screamtail. Fire Blast miss, so our bad luck streak continues. That's unfortunate. And here I'm just going to go out into my Lantern. It's going to be able to take the Earthquake as I'm rocking the Shuka this week. But damn, losing my Screamtail off Fire Blast miss is very painful. Okay. Just because now that Cyclizar becomes a little bit of an issue. Earthquake to do about half, and I should take him out with the Surf. This week I'm running max special attack on my Lantern. So Iron Treads goes down. It did a little more than it should have. Okay, he goes Samurott, probably gonna be Ceaseless Edge. Ceaseless Edge definitely takes me out here. And I don't really have a good answer to this. I'm just gonna go out into my Roaring Moon. If he's Sacred Swords, he's Sacred Swords, fine. I'll lose my Roaring Moon. Miss. Let's go. Okay. So I'm just gonna fire off my U-turn. He'll probably go, he'll probably stay in, honestly. Because my U-turn is very obvious. He could go Zapdos to try to proc Static, but I'm running Protective Pads this week, specifically for the Zapdos' Static. So Zapdos, I imagine he's gonna play for the RNG. Or he goes out into this, which allows me to get Key Chip on this for my Ogerpon endgame. Because Ogerpon's one of the best ways I have to win this game, honestly. So I can just go Salazzle very freely on this. Salazzle will be able to outpace it. And my Sludge Bomb actually looks very free here, so that's what I'm going to click. Leftovers, okay. If his only Sludge Bomb switch in is the Annihilate, which risks getting poisoned, and I don't think he's going to do that just because Annihilate is a good win condition for him, and letting that get poisoned would be an issue for him. Cyclizar could be a Soul Fist too. Give Happy Wheels. I assume it's an Assault Vest Cyclizar then. No, that's not Assault Vest. Will the Toxic take him out? Probably not. But I can hope. Oh, it does take him out. Okay, sweet. So his Cyclizar's down. So now I'm pretty free to spam. No, I still need the Hammer Gun in order to be able to spam, in order to be able to spam fire moves. Imagine he goes Samurott here, which I can't risk. Like, I want to risk this being... I could go for the Sludge Bomb, which could take him out if he isn't Scarf, but he might be like a Scarf Samurott. So I'm just going to go into my Roaring Moon. If he goes for the, if he goes for the Sacred Sword display, fine. He takes out my Roaring Moon, but once again, Roaring Moon doesn't look very good in this matchup, in all honesty. It's because it's just... It's going to struggle a little bit with Whimsicott around. Like, I can continually get chip on the Whimsicott and try to weaken it for Ogerpon, but I don't know. Does he go for the... Oh no, he goes for Swords Dance. Okay, so he's like Swords Dance. It doesn't have a way to boost its speed, so I can U-turn very freely and take a sack. Who do I want to sack here? I don't want to... I could sack Lantern, honestly. I mean, Lantern makes his Zapdos a lot scarier, but that's fine. I still have a few ways to beat his Zapdos, so it's not like I would be completely screwed against it. I could also go into Turtle, burn my Terra thing. Do I want to burn it? I'm just trying to think this through. What's the benefit for me burning it? Yeah, I actually really don't need my Turtle in this matchup, besides for spinning, and since his Iron Treads is gone, I don't need to fear Stealth Rock, and the only thing that can potentially kill it is this. Well, potentially get up hazards is this. So that should do very little, as it does about half. Okay, a little more than I expected it to. He's probably, hopefully he's like an Adamant set. If he's Adamant, I'll outspeed here. I'm just going to fire off the Dazzling Gleam. Ideal is if he goes out into his Annihilate here and just takes this big Dazzling Gleam, but I don't think... Oh, okay, so he Sucker Punch and takes me out. Fair enough. So I kind of lost Turtle for no reason there. I probably could have just pivoted into my Roaring Moon, but that's fine. So now I'll go Roaring Moon. I could take him out with the U-turn. I could go for basically whatever I want, honestly. No, the only thing I have that would take him out is U-turn. So I have to go for U-turn and take him out with that. These spikes are going to be a little bit annoying for the residual chip that he's going to be getting. Actually, I probably should have knocked on his Annihilate. Oh well. I'll give him Rage Fist boosts. Hopefully he's not Scarfed. No, he just goes out into this. Okay, so he's letting this get a lot of chip, which is good. Because the more chip this takes, the scarier my Ogerpon endgame looks for him. So I'm just going to go straight out into my Lizard here. And I think my Sludge Bomb's fairly free with the 6 he has left. I could also go for the Fire move since Samurott is sufficiently weakened, which I think I'm going to go for, honestly. Yeah, Samurott's weakened enough, and I don't want to risk that Annihilate coming in on my Sludge Bomb. So he allows his Whimsicott to go down. Fairly big. So all he has left is Zapdos, a weakened Hammerot, and an Annihilate. I need to keep my Salazzle around for that Annihilate, as I really need to be able to Toxic it. But, my Wellspring looks really good now that the Whimsicott's gone. And it outspeeds everything he has left. So my Ogerpon's going to be able to fire very big hits against him. If he goes out into Samurott here, I will sack off my Lantern, as I don't want to risk taking the Aqua Jet. If he's actually, wait, can he afford to be Aqua Jet? Let me think his sets. He has to be Sucker Punch, Ceaseless Edge, Sword Stance, and his last move has to be Sacred Sword for my Roaring Moon. So he isn't going to be rocking the Aqua Jet, but will Aqua Jet be able to will Sucker Punch be able to take out my Salazzle at this range? I don't know. I'll run the calcs, because I know he's not Aqua Jet. It's just a matter of how much his Sucker Punch will do. Sucker Punch doesn't kill. Yeah, Sucker Punch doesn't kill, so I'm pretty free to just Flamethrower again. And this will take out the Samurott, unless he's like AB. No, he isn't AB. Okay, so Samurott goes down, Salazzle gets 2 kills, showing you why it's kind of a little bit of a beast, honestly. Poison Fire coverage just goes burr sometimes. So here I imagine he has to go Zapdos. Or he goes Annihilate. I have Specs, so I'm just gonna Flamethrower. If he takes me out, he takes me out, but he will allow his Annihilate to take the key chip needed for my Ogerpon to win endgame. So I think I just win this now. I'm just trying to think a couple moves in advance, and I'm probably not going to explain it very well, but let me think. If Ogerpon doesn't kill... No, Ogerpon will kill Annihilate. Ogerpon will weaken the Zapdos. And the Zapdos should be in knock range for my Roaring Moon. So that should be game. This is another way how it's game. He bulks up. It's because he's either going to be leftovers, and if he's leftovers, okay, he won't be able to... There's actually a chance this Flamethrower will take him out, which would be kind of a cool way to end this, with Salazzle getting multiple kills. But with this weekend, there's nothing he can do. This Revive Ogerpon's going to win. Rage Fist. Down you go, Salazzle, but you did what you needed to. You took out a vast majority of his team and got Key Chip on his win condition. So now I just go Ogerpon, and I should be able to just go for the funny thing twice and win. Or not twice, a few more times than twice. So, yeah. The Ceaseless Edge missing was kind of unfortunate on his end, but I really don't feel badly. It's because my Scream Tail completely destroyed him if it didn't miss that Fire Blast. So yeah. So he's going to think about this for a while. He's probably thinking, how does he have an out? He has absolutely no out at this point. Maybe if he Scarf Zapdos? No, even if he Scarf Zapdos, the Lantern will end up winning. So, Terra. This is complete overkill, but I'm just going for it just because funny Wellspring Terra. And I'm going to end up having to Terra anyways to hit the Zapdos. I actually don't know if Zapdos will be able to one-shot my Ogerpon. As Zapdos, I think, is going to be more defensive in this matchup. If it's more defensive, yeah. It's not going to be able to do much with my special defense increase. So Ogerpon probably will get 2 kills, unless something surprises me or he gets like a discharge para, in which case my Roaring Moon should be able to finish up the game. So, let's see. He sends out the Zapdos, his last Pokemon remaining, and my next plays are very brain dead. I'm not going to overthink it, I'm just going to go for the cudgel. This because even if he's like, actually he could, no, even if he's Agility Roost, my Lantern will be able to outstall it. It's because I'm running the Rest on it. I'm not running Rest Sleep Talk, but I'm running the Pure Rest. If I want to preserve differential, probably could, but I don't really see the point. Or if this series of plays will result in me needing differential. Discharge, gonna go for the para. He's gonna get the para probably. No, he doesn't get the para. That is very rare. Leftovers Zapdos. What's this man cooking? Zapdos should never run leftovers. Okay, so Zapdos goes down, and that is good game. We are 2-0, and that should probably secure us out of pools, but we'll try the last game just in the off chance it doesn't. And see you guys next week.